Hey there! Welcome back to the Elevate Daily channel. If you've ever found yourself saying, I need to read more, or I need to drink more water, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into a crucial aspect of personal development that ties into all those little habits: discipline. Consider all the times you have made statements like, I need to read more, or I need to drink more water. Even though most of the time these problems feel more like little annoyances than larger problems in life, they all point to the same thing: your discipline. Essentially, maintaining positive, health-conscious practices is what makes life better in the end. To put it another way, everything in a life that is going well is the result of self-discipline. Work is going well. You're not making careless mistakes, and you feel good about yourself and your relationships. You benefit from all of the other occasions you've demonstrated self-control when you place yourself in a winning position. It's easy to make mistakes and break a disciplined streak when you lack such quality. Since you are the only one who can hold you accountable, self-deprecation may also begin to seep in. It's critical to prevent it from occurring. Like any muscle in your body, self-discipline is something you can build and strengthen with enough practice. This is mostly about having a higher level of self-awareness, which begins with understanding the significance of it and how it might impact your life. It is not always possible to trust your environment. Suppose you are attempting to finish an online course with a full stomach, soothing music, Pomodoro software, and no outside distractions. You've got everything set up to maximize productivity. As you begin, you hear sounds coming from the apartment next door, or maybe someone has switched on the PlayStation down the hallway. Suddenly, things are beyond your control, and your surroundings have transformed. Regardless of your level of preparation, these changes have the potential to become distractions and wreck your work pace. This kind of situation is exactly why you cannot rely only on your surroundings. Of course, you may live a fully solitary life, but there are plenty of diversions for people who live in cities or even housing estates. Self-control is the mental equivalent of a bouncer. It is the energy that keeps you moving forward, day by day. Distractions are only barriers to that drug-like sense of achievement, and a trained mind will learn to see them for what they are, no matter how minor. Without a question, a prepared mind is a disciplined one. As seen by the above example, you can readily become ready for distractions if you are aware of what draws your attention. It should be highlighted, nevertheless, that environment setup is not the sole factor in discipline. It also depends on your response. Do you pursue your straying attention, or do you correct it? The first stage in this procedure is figuring out the solution. Discipline will make you realize how important your surroundings are to your achievement. Thus, it will take every effort to create and preserve a peaceful, conducive to success atmosphere. Not everything happens immediately. Keep this quote in mind the next time you're having a reflective moment, and determine that you're not content with the direction your life is taking you. When in doubt, zoom out. Its initial meaning was derived from stock market analysis. The theory is that you'll be better off zooming out even if the value of the firm you invested in or your portfolio is declining. Even while things could seem dire right now in the long run, the situation will be worth far more than it was, say, 10 years ago. Since development is not always upwardly directed, we might apply a similar strategy to daily life. Every period of life has its ups and downs. Nevertheless, if you take a step back and see things more broadly, you'll probably be able to recognize the progress you've made. There's a reason we frequently ask ourselves, what was I thinking? When we reflect on past incarnations of ourselves. This proves that success or steady advancement does not come quickly. Overnight successes are really mislabeled. They are the result of years, if not decades, of perseverance, practice, and hard work. Let's not forget that achievement takes time. Having said that, you may succeed in a field in which you now have little interest. Consider Vera Wang, one of the most well-known designers in the world. She worked as a writer and figure skater before entering the fashion industry at the age of 40. It emphasizes how little we actually know about the future, and that success isn't a given. All of this demonstrates how important self-control is when pursuing success. To begin with, discipline is the understanding that your current efforts will pay off in the future. Instant satisfaction is unsustainable, particularly in terms of motivation, which we'll discuss in a moment. In a focused mind, it's the long-term benefit that matters, regardless of whether it turns out to be what you anticipated or something quite different. The daily resilience that results from self-control is the foundation of success. Decreases. Motivation. Expanding on the previous point, motivation plays a crucial part in sustaining discipline in both the mind and the body. Waiting for motivation to strike is not a sustainable approach. Rather, you need to act. Everything else will work itself out. It's difficult to quit something after you've got started. You need to be aware of the differences between instant and delayed satisfaction, as this video just said. To further clarify, consider these examples. Instant gratification. Postponing a taxing task in order to play a video game. You are selecting your temporary current self here. The video game is seen positively, but the task is perceived negatively. It frequently feels like putting yourself first and feels fantastic at that very time. Delay in gratification. Saying no to playing the video game in favor of finishing the assignment. On several levels, you are making a decision about your long-term future self here. First of all, by doing the job now, you're making space for yourself later on, reducing the amount of work that has to be done, and taking charge of your calendar. Additionally, playing the video game on purpose frees up time that may be spent on something more worthwhile. You're working harder now and holding off on enjoying the fruits of your labor until later, when the benefits will surely be greater. Maintaining discipline is constantly reminding oneself of the goal, that bright, attainable future success. The stabilizers are off in adult life. Since most of adult life is made up on the go, let's face it. As they say, fake it until you make it. You are strapped in with life's stabilizers as a kid and young adult. Errors are easily fixed and the repercussions are less severe. When you reach adulthood, everything seems a little too real since the stabilizers are removed and you are forced to face the volatility of freedom. In the end, you bear the responsibility for your current and future level of achievement. Because depending on other people for your advancement and general quality of life is an unsustainable and often unachievable way of living, you must build that success from inside. As we've mentioned several times, having a disciplined mind makes it easier to receive direction when you least anticipate it but most need it. Your discipline will let you carry on even if someone else fails you. Besides, it's okay to acknowledge that adulthood may be daunting. Even if you play all the correct cards and are dealt a bad hand, self-discipline is the one thing you can cling to and utilize as a foundation for advancement, even maintaining self-control. While viewing this video, the world's shortest video is not this one. You deserve a pat on the back if you've made it this far and listened to all I've said. Just finishing a video demonstrates a certain amount of self-control. The need of self-discipline in obtaining success has been covered in this video. Nevertheless, self-discipline is a tool to help you feel safe, no matter how successful you are aiming to be in any way. When things go tough, you can feel secure knowing you have the tools you need to get back on track and navigate the rough waters. Furthermore, security in and of itself comes from understanding how well-maintained self-discipline maintains life proceeding normally. Humans require discipline to keep things running well, after all. Thus, realize that you are reaping the rewards of self-control, whether you decide to work out 3 days a week or just resist the temptation to become distracted. It has an impact on whatever we do. Right now, we need to hear from you. If you want to be disciplined, what do you think you should do first? Leave a comment with your suggestion. If you liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We consistently deliver 3 new videos each week, covering pivotal topics such as wealth, health, and relationships. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Until next time, from Elevate Daily.